Welcome back to Talking Insights, the podcast where we spotlight the people's ideas and innovations shaping the future of market research and data. I'm Antonio, I'm your host, and today we have a very special guest, Shinichi Hosokawa. He's the global CEO at GMO Research and AI, a Japanese company whose mission is to engage people around the world and build platforms where innovation and creation thrive. It's a great honor to have Chin on the show today, where we'll discuss a bit about the second stop of the tour. The Esomar's Renewal Tour will stop in Tokyo on June the 10th on the GMO Research headquarters. Chin will be the host, and he's here to tell us everything about the event. I hope you enjoy the conversation and learn something new on how it is to do market research in Japan. And if you want to know more about the event, there's the links in the description, the program, and how to get there. All right, Chin, thank you so much for being here. Thanks for your time. I want to start off by asking a bit more about market research in Japan. I want to know more how it's done in the region, how what's the priorities, what are the challenge both for clients and for the agencies, for the researchers. Tell me everything. Like, what are some of the biggest challenges and priorities for you?
Yes, good. Thank you for your time. And actually, the Japan market is now trying to change to fit into the new standard, which is AI model. And basically, after the COVID, there was a huge, big changes happening, and still on the way to being the ideal, being the change for the quantitative research for a while, but still on the way to change to the qualitative research too by utilizing AI. But I think in the Europe changed to the AI based generative AI based qualitative research, I think. But the still Japan is the struggling to how should be the kind of the future model is. So is kind of the still undergoing. So I think this is most exciting timing to see the market in Japan, I guess.
When we think about, at least for me, like when I think about Japan, we always think about this super advanced and technologically advanced society. Is technology such a big part when conducting market research in Japan?
I hope so, but still, the other way, that Japan is also a very conservative company, country culture. So the people once try to do something new, still, it's tough to change to the new method. So at the technology point of view, they have still accepting new way of the doing research and everything still takes time. So, but I think definitely it's a time to change. So it's a good time to see the new market changing. So, but I think it's the different way of the change will happen compared from the Western country. So you like to see it.
Right. So basically, so you're the global CEO of GMO Research. You must have like an overview of the different countries and different regions within the Asia region. Are there like super big difference between the different countries in Asia compared to Japan? And what are some of those differences?
Sure. Basically, I live in Singapore now, and taking care, looking over Asia is totally different from the East Asia. But even the East Asia, China, Taiwan, Korea, Japan is a totally different market. And Japan is the most conservative based one. And also China is also changing in the own way because, the language they use in the China, Korea, Japan, Taiwan is also different. So I think if you see it as only one package of the Asia, I think it's wrong. And the Southeast Asia also has like a very different view because Indonesia is growing quite well because of the population is growing, and the Vietnam also, and also the India, South India. If you see the South Asia, that's also different. It's a huge market. So, but as a Japanese company, this is a kind of a good time to grow in the Asia too. But in the same time, the competition in those countries is much tougher than Japan. Japan is like kind of more, how to say, the developed country. So it's like kind of the change is also very sophisticated compared from the one in the dramatical change in Southeast Asia. So it's like very exciting for me to see the two different market.
That's so interesting. Yeah, I think we wrongly sometimes put Asia as one big bucket, whilst yeah, I mean it's so different from region to region. Even within like the episode before we did this one that we did one in India and Priyan and Deep were just mentioning that like even in just India, the multiculturality, the languages, the idioms, everything changes from like 100 kilometers. So I can imagine that from like Singapore to India to Vietnam, the realities completely change, and it's like a whole new country and a whole new. I don't know. It's a different region whatsoever. So I can imagine that Japan is also that, right? Are any like key trends that are driving the industry, especially in Japan right now?
I'd say the how to say the added value that used to have as a research agency is changing. So everybody is expecting to change for the future, but still, some company, as I have mentioned, the way of doing in Japan is like more conservative. So some people are willing to do the same thing, but in the same time, they also recognize to change. So importance of the change to so so that's why this is a kind of the confusion happening. So this is a very exciting to see.
And that kind of leads me to the kind of the purpose of when I first contact you because at Esomar we're doing the Esomar Renewals Tour, and one of the stops is in Tokyo in Japan on June 10. Can you tell me more about what the event's going to be like? I know that's going to be in your headquarters at the GMO headquarters right, in Tokyo.
Yes.
What's the event going to be like?
Yes.
What can we expect from it?
So you're gonna be reaching to Shibuya in Tokyo. Shibuya is one of the most famous place in the Tokyo. Younger people get together, and also there is like a lots of the different cultural things you'll see. And also now exchange rate in Japanese yen is very weak, so everything you see from the West is everything discounted right now. So you'll be enjoying to see the very good service with a low cost. And also the many, how to say, that this is not really the hottest season in Japan. So the weather is relatively nice and mild. So I think you'll be enjoying being there. Definitely this is a good time to come over.
Great. And about the event, like what type of, I don't know, topics or themes will you be discussing in the event?
Sure. We are still on the way to the finalizing the topic, but basically, what is needed in the current change is the topic that we're gonna summarize by using the new technology. So you'll see it.
That's great. Um, I have one more question for you, and it's about the students and the newcomers on the industry, especially for the new professionals in the industry. Because I can imagine that this event is also for them, for like to understand how the industry is growing, what's the new possibilities, what's the emerging practices in market research, and this kind of events are always good for you to understand how it's done. If you could have like an advice for those young professionals, both international but also for the Japanese ones, um, what would it be?
Yeah, this is very difficult question since it's the new the innovation is changing everything from the scratch. Like my type of old age people cannot expect what is gonna happen for the next future. But the younger generation people grown up with a smartphone and also the digitalized everything. So I think the idea that the younger people has might change our industry dramatically too. And also for us, this is like AI will make the big difference for sure. But for the younger people, will use it AI as like kind of standard tool. So this is like a starting point is totally different. So by looking at from the younger age people for those kind of topic might be more exciting than people to look at those kind of technology, I believe. So this is like the industry, it might change a lot. So I think it's gonna be a lot of excitement will be there.
That's great. Well, Chin, thank you so much for your time. Thank you so much for your insights. I hope everyone can go to the event, learn something new, even on these episodes that we've been doing, but also on these events. Like the idea of this renewal tour is so people can learn something new and learn new practices, or just sometimes just refresh something that they've been doing on their day to day. And yeah, we'll see you in Tokyo, in Shibuya, on June 10.
Exciting to see you guys.
And that's all for today. Thank you so much again, Chini, for being here and for your time. Next week, we're going to Singapore. It's the third stop of the tour, and we'll have Baxter to talk about translation and the different services and how it works in the region and how it is so essential in the region. I'll see you then, but until then, have a good one.